Emergency work on Laborie Road nearing completion. We'll have the details to this and other stories in the National Report. With the details to the news for Friday, September 18th, 2020, I'm Delroy Louzan. Work on a section of the Laborie Main Road that feeds into Hopevale is now 95% complete. Minister for Infrastructure Development Honorable Gregory Bowen, who visited the construction site on Thursday, is pleased with the progress and quality of work. It entails the construction of a retaining wall and box culvert, which forms part of the $48.6 million feeder road project that was awarded to Hanover Construction Company Limited.
I'm very pleased, but first of all, I want to commend the users, the people in the area. I spoke with the contractors, I spoke with them as well. There wasn't any complaint whatsoever because everyone knew what the condition of this particular area was. The break, and now they'll see that the road is being repaired. I think they went a couple of weeks over. As is expected, there were days that they could not work. But as we see, the work is being done and completed in a very good manner. The walls at the side, that's been completed. And now we're looking to just finish here, put it back in a state that it can be motorable. But we will come back because we have to, do a lot of more work in this area. So I think I'm pretty pleased with the progress so far, albeit we are a week out, but we understand why, the weather.
Reginald Simon, Quality Control Officer at Hanover Construction, told the GIS that despite some interruptions, he is pleased with the overall quality of work.
Presently, I'm very happy to announce that we took 20 working days to complete this task. We had 4 rainy days, which affected the project slightly, but we are still in good schedule to complete on Saturday of this week. Basically, what we did is a retaining wall of a height of 10 feet in height with a cascade system at the back to take all the water, which is coming through a cylinder, which is 4 feet wide and 20 feet long. So the water is coming down from the hillside, go to the cylinder, and then goes down into the cascade within the retaining wall. So presently today, we are resurfacing the area and trying to complete in order to do the preparation for asphalt mix on Friday. As long as weather permits.
Is it that you will be replacing stairs to the home?
Yes, we will be doing some relocation of some staircases going towards the house and also steps going towards the house. We will be rectifying that also within the next couple of days.
The new sanitary block at the St. Dominics Roman Catholic School, constructed at a cost of $196,800 EC, was officially handed over during a ceremony at the institution on Thursday. It was attended by Education Minister Honorable Emin Pear, Parliamentary Representative Oliver Joseph, Head of Rural Development Byron Campbell, Principal, staff, and members of the Basic Needs Trust Fund, the BNTF. Mr. Campbell says to date, government working with the BNTF program has completed 37 development projects and is currently in its 9th program, 2017 to 2020.
The refurbishment of the St. Dominics RC School sanitary block is one out of 11 projects that have been approved by the Cabinet of Grenada for implementation in this cycle. The total funding for the BNTF 9 program is about $10.3 million. The CDB's contribution is 8.6, and the balance, about 1.7 million, is financed by the Government of Grenada. Let me say that what is notable here in this BNTF program, that Grenada qualified for incentive funds, meaning if you do very well, there's an incentive. And I want to compliment the BNTF staff, the Government of Grenada, to have received this incentive funds of 1.7 million as a result of its exceptional performance. This is very, very important.
The ribbon was cut by Parliamentary Representative Honorable Oliver Joseph, who is no doubt happy that the project has been completed in time for the new school term.
As Parliamentary Representative, the situation was brought to my attention, and I came to look at it and had one of our construction men do some little work on it. But the real cost was almost 200,000. So then I had to turn to BNTF, because BNTF is the body that ensures that project like that takes place. It fits exactly with government development plan, reducing poverty and ensuring proper facilities. And I was saying to myself, I hope this facility will open for the new school term. And so I asked someone in BNTF, would we have it for the new school term? And they gave me the assurance that yes, it will be done. So I want you to put your hand together for BNTF.
Education Minister Honorable Emlyn Pear says upgrading school facilities is in keeping with government's agenda to ensure the environment is conducive, especially in this COVID-19 period. The challenge of school repairs, Minister Pear says, is one that becomes overwhelming for government at times.
For 2020, into the early part of 2021, our government is investing over $52 million in the upgrade and rebuilding of schools. A lot of monies into just upgrade and construction of schools. But that does not include additional resources when a pipe just got busted or something just got broken. You have to have additional resources. And so it is extremely important for us today to recognize the staff and the leadership of BNTF, because the work that has been taking place there through Ministry of Finance has contributed significantly to increased resources that we can undertake as a country projects like these. And I do believe they deserve another round of applause for their hard work.
To ensure safety and protection during this period, government is spending $22 million plus an additional $2.9 million for sanitization and supplies for schools for the Michaelmas term. This is the National Report. The news will continue in just a moment.
Protect yourself and our community from COVID-19. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. If soap and water are not available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with at least 70% alcohol. Use a tissue when blowing your nose, sneezing, or coughing. Immediately discard the tissue properly and wash or sanitize your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Let's do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. To stay up to date, visit the Government of Grenada's webpage or the Ministry of Health's Facebook page. For more information, contact the Ministry of Health's hotline by calling 53-VIRUS. This has been a public service announcement brought to you by the Ministry of Health.
Welcome back. Farmers and fisherfolk have elected Roderick St. Clair to be their new representative in the Upper House. On Wednesday, an election was held to find a replacement for Senator Dr. Dunstan Campbell, who recently resigned, citing medical reasons. The Office of the Prime Minister collaborated with the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands to facilitate the election to fill the position. Karima Lewis tells us more in this report.
Following the election, Roderick St. Clair, current General Manager of the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, received the nod of the farmers to succeed Dr. Dunstan Campbell as the new Farmers and Fisheries representative in the Upper House. The election, which was held at the Trade Center Annex on Wednesday, saw a total of 8 farmers and fisheries organizations casting their votes for the 2 nominees, Roderick St. Clair and Jason Phillip, President of the Grenada Association of Poultry Producers. St. Clair amassed 10 votes, which put him 3 points ahead of his opponent to be named as the elected new representative. Along with the setting up of an office to have the representative interface with farmers and fisherfolks, St. Clair is hoping to encourage the consumption of more local produce.
We need to address those things. We need to address from a national level, how does the farmer and his products become more consumable locally? And so after adopting the whole program and eat local and buy local, we need to push that so that our local farmers can get our products sold inside of here and utilized. Look at what has happened. Right now, boat into Trinidad is off. How does the farmer survive in this time? He have to be prepared. So we need to be able to drive the local consumption.
Also on the agenda for the representative is the issue of food safety. How do farmers ensure that their produce is free of harmful chemicals?
It's very important. A lot of persons getting sick from eating food with all different chemicals, all different stuff. How do we as farmers become more responsible in the practices that we are involved in so that we can be able to access also international markets? How do we get to involve in all of these big hotels we hear coming into the country?
A representative from each organization present at the meeting was requested to submit names of nominees. Each organization were allowed a maximum of 2 nominees, which were seconded. The nominees were then asked to indicate whether they are interested in serving. This was followed by a total of 17 votes being casted by private ballots in the presence of the lead elections officer, Fitzroy James. The name of the new elected representative will now have to be sent to the Prime Minister for consideration in accordance with Section 24(2)(c) of the Grenada Constitution. For the Ministry of Agriculture, I am Karima Lewis.
Thank you, Karima. Finally in the news, Carriacou's Tyrell Bay Marina boasts of high occupancy, notwithstanding the challenges posed by COVID-19. Owner of the marina, Jerome McQuilkin, told GIS so far there is an increase in yacht arrivals. More than 1,000 yachts have received hauling along with other services at the marina, 170 of which are presently stored on the marina's dry dock. McQuilkin said construction is ongoing at the marina, and as a result, space is limited. He explained that due to the high number of occupancy and over 70 reservations, managing the limited space is priority for the marina.
We are over in excess of 50% more than we had last year, and we still have a lot of bookings to come in. We're doing serious space management right now to really utilize all the space that we have available to us. We have a lot more to come in, but as we get deeper into the season, boats start to launch. We have a lot of boats from up north. So as we launch those, we have space for others to come in. So we rotate the space, we manage the space that we have available. We have bookings for probably 70 or 80 boats still, but if they all arrive tomorrow, we couldn't take them all.
He says COVID-19 has affected the number of yachts that visited the island, especially around this time of year. However, he is grateful for the opportunity to provide employment to workers and a safe haven for yachts.
Our percentage occupancy has been growing every year. So we're not surprised to see the numbers at the levels they are now. However, we have benefited from other yards, primarily in Trinidad, that are still almost closed. So the boats that would have gone to Trinidad are in Grenada. Very few of them have gone to Trinidad. So a lot of those boats are in Carriacou and Grenada. Is that down to COVID? Is it because of COVID? I think you have to say yes. But we're enjoying the bonus, if you like. COVID has hurt a lot of people, so a lot of businesses. So it's good that this is kind of this is a positive factor of COVID rather than a negative one.
McQuilkin commended the Ministry of Health and the government for the measures and protocols implemented to protect citizens. The protocols, he says, are extremely useful in the smooth operation of his facility. To end the news, here is a reminder of some of the top stories we have covered this week. Prime Minister Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell says cabinet changes designed to facilitate personal growth and development. government to re-evaluate 2020 COVID-19 protocols. Regulations for controlling spread of COVID-19 now under Public Health Act. Attorney General Darshan Ramdani says new regulations are meant to create safe mechanism in the face of the new normal. And you just heard emergency work on Laborie Road nearing completion. That's all from us here at the newsroom. On behalf of all who made this newscast possible, I'm Delroy Louison. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.